Welcome back to the Blissful Badger. Today, we're gonna start tackling the Griff Charger and Rider. Because the Griff Charger is way more important than the Rider itself, right? Definitely here to paint the Griff. Lot of detail on this model. It's going to be interesting to get into some of these crevices. And I don't remember how I built it. Alright, so I don't think I can get this to separate without figuring it out. So I'll just have to be very careful when painting some of the details inside. Oh, no. Can I take the... Does that rotate? That's gonna rotate. Haha. Okay. That'll help a little bit. Be able to get in here and in here. Okay. That helps a little bit. So, this model is going to take a little while to paint. And I've been thinking for a while, how do I want to paint the Griff? And I think I finally figured it out. Which is good, since I'm about to paint it. But first, a little bit of tea. Pretty much just making sure people show up. Hello, mustache. I managed to get the shield off so that I can get in here and paint a little bit easier. And I actually think I have a color scheme for the Griff now. Good evening. So, the thought I had for color scheme. Tell me if you think this might be a good attempt. What do you think? Do you think I can do that? Carolina parakeet? What do you think? Well, I don't know if I'll have new painting skills to teach, but maybe? So, I mean, I'd love it if you do learn from it, but I'm just a regular painter. Yep. And where is... There we go. I was wondering where my chat was for the OBS. Yeah, exactly. So, since we've painted a bunch of the Stormcast already, I'm actually going to try to start with the Griff today. I mean, there's yellows and reds and greens and blues, a little bit of white. I don't know how much white I'll get around his eye, but I can attempt it. But yeah, I figured that would be what I'd start on today. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna grab a golden yellow. That looks similar to the orange I would want. And deep yellow, kind of. And then, ow. I think the vermilion is too red. I'm looking for something a little bit in between. How about a bright orange? That should be better. And then a light green. The blue-green for right around the tail. I'm looking for a nice mid-tone blue. And I should probably look for another green. Green sky, perhaps? And just straight up blue? Okay. I mean, I don't have to match it exact, but that should be a good amount of options. Well, I think I could probably mix this with the golden yellow to get maybe like the chest area right here. I could probably mix a green golden yellow for right there. Or yeah, here we go. There we go. Something right there. Because there's a little bit of yellow. That could probably be bright. That's the lighter green blue. That's the dark, well, the regular blue. I'm thinking these 7 colors will be enough. Oh yeah, I've used maybe 3 of these paints ever, so... Sadly, I don't have a mixer, so I have to actually do it by hand. But yeah, this should be a good selection. A little bit of red. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I mean, as far as just selecting the colors, and I'm probably going to spend the whole time today just working on the charger. I think it deserves that much time, right? But yeah, I mean, trying to represent a parakeet isn't going to be the easiest of tasks, but I figured I'd start with a couple of the colors and go from there. So, like the head. And yeah, I do need to eventually get a mixer. Those vortex mixers look amazing, and I do have quite a few paints that I don't use on a regular basis. There's also the other colorations, so it doesn't have to be a perfect match of this particular one. But I like the little bit of red around the eye area. There's just so many different blends, and we'll see how I can do. I've never tried something like this before, so... Okay, they're shaking a little bit. At least these ones. So... it's also going to take a few coats because I'm going bright over a black prime. So... okay, so it starts right around here. Let's see. Thinking like right there. Not quite at the front of the face. Come down here. I might as well just go yellow right up there. I also have a video on wet pellets. It's actually this one. They're not very hard to build. So I think I'll have the yellow come straight down to here, and maybe start right here for the orange, or at least the golden yellow. I'll probably do a base of each, and then it's going to be a very light layer over the black. So the second time through, I'll probably get more detail. And by the third layer, I'll probably start doing some blending, or at least attempting to blend between the colors. All of my Stormcast are being done in the Fanatics Red Copper, and it is an amazing paint. This is the only one that I've used so far, but so far, just on this, it's a much better metallic than anything I've used. It flows almost as well as the Model Air Silver. Cool. Thanks. So yeah, I'm trying out a color scheme I've never done before on a model I've never painted before, with blends planned that I've never done before. So this is going to be good. Alright, so if I want to go and show that it's blending, I want to put a little bit of yellow right here. Okay. So that's the first layer I'll put down. As you see, it's a nice thin layer. It's not even fully covering. Reference image again. So if I'm going to the golden, So I want this to be... So the belly part isn't going to be as shown because there is armor down there. So I want to put a little bit of the darker red right here. So I probably don't want to put too much of the golden yellow. And I'm not worried about the shield right now. So put that a little bit up here. So the armor is going to be painted like the other Stormcast Eternals I have that I moved on to the other side of the room. Let me put a little bit of this right here. And now I'm gonna go grab that. Alright, so the Stormcast models are painted up. Let's see. In that color scheme. Oh, okay. Welcome back, Stormcast. Yep, so that's the colors that I've been doing for my Stormcast. So that's going to be pretty much all of this. But I figured that a parakeet look for the Griff, something similar to this, would look good with that. So so that's what I'm attempting today. I expect this to take a few days of painting, or at least a couple of sessions. So I want to angle this orange up this way. So we can't actually get above the eye very much. I want that white. So So this will give it a look like it's a bigger eye than it actually is, right? So if I'm coming up like that and down like that, yeah, I'm glad to hear that that actually got to you, Mustache. You've been waiting for quite a while. Alright, so this is a little bit darker than the chest panel would be, but I don't think it's bad once I get a blend going. I'll just have to glaze a transition in there. I hope I can. Kind of want to lower the yellow on the back a little bit. I might be trying to take on too much to my skill level, but we'll see. It's just layers of paint. I can always build up, like I just made that mistake. Alright, so that's part of the wing. Is there any other... Let's see. That'll probably be the red, the orange. I'm gonna make it orange for the belly. Just an orange belly. Yeah, I figure I'll do a coat of very light to kind of get an idea of where I want them to be. And then from there, I can build up the layers. Just so I'm not constantly going back and forth. With this image. So I have that color for the belly. This is a little bit darker than I need it to be. And the yellows need multiple coats. And this swoop right here is a little bit further up on the griff, but it's also kind of rearing back with its front arm paw claw raised. So yeah. Like I said, I expect to do at least 3 or 4 layers of each of these colors to get it to a point where it'll actually fully cover the black. But it gives me that possibility to blend it a little bit. So I also have a reference photo that's only 1 set of legs and not 2, so I have to take a few liberties there as well. This is a little bit pale, but should work for a base. Yeah. Dino Burb. No, that's my old computer. The fan. The fan likes to start for about a half a second and then stop, and then start for half a second and stop. Let's see. Let's see. So it's the fan back there. So yep. Whoop, that's the light. That's the light. So yeah. I will definitely have to eventually upgrade that. It has several things that need to be fixed or changed about it. It will not let me hook up a wireless headset. So yeah, I wouldn't be running it if it was the the CPU. And I mean the The CPU and the graphics card both have their own fans and they work. But the computer will not let me hook up a wireless headset, even through a USB dongle. It does not have a USB-C port, so I have the best camera that uses a USB 2.0 connection. So it gets me on here. It lets me do these streams, but it does have a few downsides. It also does not have an SSD drive, so it's hobbling along. So this is the what is it? I think it's the C920. It only has a 125% zoom. So this is the best zoom it has, but it does have autofocus and some brightness correction. So it's better than the one I had. I think it's like $70 or $80. But there is a better one that uses USB-C. And it has, I think, like 3 to 4 times zoom. So, and you can change the angle so you get a better focal length. But yeah, just like 3 months ago, I didn't have this camera or the mic, so small changes as I can. Computer will definitely have to be one of the next couple. Okay. That looks so pale on the model. I need to add some vibrancy to it. What do I got? It's more of a pistachio than the color I'm looking for. So I'm going to try the middle stone, see if that'll give it a little bit better. This will just swap it over to pea green. Yeah, that's a better color. I'm leaving the last little bit so I can do a gray scale with. We'll see how that works. Alright, so it has some of the darker green. So it's not all green. It has some blue, but it has that mostly here. I want to do some blue down here. And then right here has a bit of green followed by yellow into blue. And then it has that dark orange right around here. And again, that'll be a dark orange there, a little bit of blue. That can go up here. Just got a little bit on his boot. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a color map sort of built up, because once I have the colors down, I can modify as I feel the need. I'm just trying to get like the blue here and that orange red right here and the green yellow blue look on the tail, so that I have a guide and I can focus on this instead of constantly going, okay, where am I going with it? Where am I going with it? So because I'll probably do a couple of washes and some dry brushes and a few layers. I'm just trying to get the colors down at the moment. Alright, that is straight up from here. A little bit of green here and here. I want to get up there, but then come down. Oh, it's a fantastic sculpt. I'm still surprised that it's a push fit. But they have gotten better. And then I guess there's some green down here. Okay. Yeah, this one, the Skaventide, I got, there was a discount at the store, and I had a little bit of store credit. I also already collected Stormcast and Skaven, so having the possibility to pick up a bunch, 74 models for my 2 armies, it was, I knew 4th edition was coming out, so I definitely saved up for it. Yeah, the yellow is going to take a while to build up. I'm guessing, MK, that you're watching slightly delayed. I'm just guessing that. Cool. Cool. I really do enjoy looking at the pictures of things that y'all work on. I just did 2 drops of the orange to 1 of the red. I accidentally started a new project. Yup. Alright, so this is going in to here. And here. And yeah. I guess I can put a little bit right here. Just to flow into the leg color. That's right there, so that's not going to show up very much, but I'll just put a little dot there. Cloak is covering that. The answer is definitely Carolina parakeet. I guess right here. And I guess I could just do a little bit here. tiny bit right here. Maybe right here. Yeah. A little bit of that color right here doesn't hurt. I do have a crazy number of paints on the palette at once. I usually block one color and then do the next, and alright, so if I want this ridge to be blue, I want that from here. That's right there. All right. Yep. He's going to snack on so many Skaven in the coming years. He is so excited. I'm gonna put that one. And that one. And then I want to do needs to be the yellowish? Yellowish on the inside, green on the outside. I guess I could do more blue. Let's go blue to there. That doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. It's okay. Yep. I don't know if this model will kill 13,000 points of Skaven, but you never know. Maybe I'll keep a kill tally. That could be fun. The lower bit right here. I do not actually own the GW Skulls kit, but I would need it for that purpose. Alright, I need more of the green. This green. Right? I think this is the green. I'm just trying to cover the rest of the griff now so that there's a color on all the surfaces. Then I will look at the reference one more time and see if I need to change anything before starting to layer up. Oh yeah, and I still haven't done the tail all the way. That's also important. You find me a place where I can buy them 13 points per dollar, and maybe I'll have 13,000 points of obsolete or regular Stormcast. Get me to that 13 points per dollar, and maybe I'll go with it. Skaventide would have to be like $180 a box at that point. So alright, so I still have to do the tail. I've only started with the blue outline. I'm not sure what I'm gonna actually do with this, but other than the tail, and, 3 or 4 base coat, 3 or 4 more layers per color, if it'll focus. Alright. Let's see. Focus. Color. Has the right colors. Still got a long way to go, but and I still have to do the white around the eyes, which I wonder if this pale sand from yesterday is still good for that. Because I don't want to forget that. There. Yeah, that stands out good. Alright, I'm just gonna work on another coat of yellow. And my computer can struggle to play the music. Let's see. Nice. I know this model has 3 of the hardest colors to paint. And then I'm doing it over a black prime. Yes. That sounds like a brilliant idea. Nice. Yep. Metal armies are metal. So I'm almost done with the second pass of colors. Burb. Okay. So yeah, I'm doing the second pass of the colors, and then I'll do the tail. And then I'll do a third pass of yellow on the head, because that's going to need it a lot. Alright. Okay. Back to the tail. Alright. Come on, don't fall on the floor. Thank you. I thought I had a good grip of it. Alright. So the green comes down to a point. So like that. And then there's a couple of ridges. I'm doing alright. I am trying to paint up the Griffstalker as a Carolina parakeet. I don't know how I'm doing with it, but Yeah. I mean, it's got some colors. This green is actually a closer match than it's showing up as right now. Yeah. I mean, I didn't think about doing this until about 20 minutes before the stream. I was like, I guess it was more over an hour. But I was like, you know what? I think I want to paint it up as a parakeet. And so, here I am. An hour and a half in already, and I mean, as far as a Griff Charger can, looks similar to a parakeet, at least in colors, right? I mean, I don't know. It's a fantasy world. It's a fantastical parakeet. Oh, taking care of burbs. Oof. Speaking of taking care of pets, Angel of Death, how are the doggos doing? Oh. 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 I don't actually know what I'm trying to do with this tail right now. Looks like I'm making a gray. Which is not what I'm trying to do. Alright. You know, I think I'll add some yellow once this is dry. See where that goes. I'm gonna hit some more of the coats up here. Okay. Now I'm going to... I'm going to paint the feet in light gray. And then see if I can do a stippled look with the dark gray. I think that makes sense, right? The light gray and then the black little dots. I don't know. Trying it out. Yeah, it's wild that it's already been almost 2 hours. It's okay. We're not going anywhere, right? I figured this model would take a while to paint. That's why we skipped the Giselles, right? So we had 3 days to paint this guy? I mean, it'll probably take me most of a life just to paint him and the armor on here. So... Okay... Okay. Yep. Give me a few days and I'll create an army photos channel that are just for funny photos like that. Yep. Maybe I'll call it Army Showcases. That sounds good.
That's great. Now remember, to make it proper, you need to get as close to goblin green fabric for the table as possible. I can't do exact. But this should work. Alright. How many more coats of yellow do I need to do? Because, let's see. Color. So everything other than the head with the yellow is looking pretty good. This transition needs some work. Reference photo actually goes to kind of a peach. But I think I might go a little bit dark and then go back up. I don't know. Actually, I wonder. I'm gonna try something. I haven't tried this before. I have some and yellow contrast. It's kind of on the orange side, but if I put this on, I can probably get the yellow to work better? I don't know. Maybe? We're gonna find out. It is definitely more orange than I would expect of something that's called yellow. But I do not have any of the
more yellow contrast paints. So, oh, that brush is not going to do anything. That is definitely orange. But brush, wash brush, wash brush. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It'll probably just be a layer, but I can work back to yellow from the attempt. It's definitely made it more orange. So, I purchased a lot of paints, so I didn't get to choose which colors they were, or else I would have chosen the, what is it, Imperial Fists contrast, I think is the one that goes down perfect. This is going to add a bunch of orange, but I can probably build up from there. Let's see. I still need to get some variety in the legs. Let's see. This right here. You know, I wonder. I'm trying to click on things. Come on. I clicked it. There we go. That's the website. Come on. Open image in new tab. That's what I wanted. So there's a little bit of orange and yellow striped in here. Well, right now I chose a different color. And so I was thinking I would just do a really light wash of the colors to maybe get a little bit of variety in there. Like, I was just going to take the orange I have and make a very light wash of it. Just to add a little bit here and there. Like that. I don't even know if that's something I can get just to get that variety going. It's not a whole bunch, but it's there. Because, like, right here and right here, there's a little bit. So I'm not looking to make it a whole different color, but to just add some variety to it. Yeah, just little... Like, I'm not even going to be very particular about where I put them. I'm just going to add a little bit of variety to it. Little polka dots. I could probably do that with the blue as the light blue as well. In one or two spots. Yeah. Yeah. Just tying it back. Just tying the colors in from the rest of the model. Because they are so starkly different colored from some of the other stuff. Just pulling a couple little dots here and there. And then I can always do a small glaze of the regular green over it after it's dried, so it'll blend it back in a little bit. I don't think I'm going to do any of the like little hash marks, the feather stuff, on the legs. I don't know. It blended a little bit different than I was originally going for, but I don't know. Okay. Yeah, the camera likes to color correct, and it doesn't always correct exactly what I want it to be because I have an overhead light that's, I think, 5,000, and the lights to the side are more uh, soft white. Not quite, but a little bit. Alright. Let's see what these dots look like. I should probably be making these smaller, but so I'm thinking something like that. Let's see if I can get it to focus. That should work, right? Okay. So that's what I'm going for. Something similar to that. Since it doesn't already have its own texture, I can't really dry brush to get that effect of the little raised dots. But I think it gives a decent enough look to it. So, just have to do it on the other three. Okay. And then the question becomes, should I wash all of the bird, well, all of the griff? And if so, with what? Or just wait until I do the overall flesh shade like I usually do, but also hit the bird. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do null oil over a bird thing, a griff. But I wasn't sure if I should do the flesh shade or something else. I might be fine to just wait until I do the Reichland and just do the whole thing. I don't think it'll darken it too much. I mean, Reichland's pretty bright as far as a wash goes. I could maybe just do a little less intense coverage. And I still have to do the claws and finish off the tail, and yeah. Yeah, that, like, I've been dumping it on the Stormcast, but I like that look, whereas I want the Griff to be quite vibrant overall, so... all the little dots. Yeah, and that's a lot of different washes for this particular model, with 9 different colors on it already. It's a cool effect. I don't know if it's exactly what I was going for, but cool effect. Okay. I might actually have not put enough dots as far as color percentage. But I think it passes for what I was trying to make it. I mean, it's not quite that, but Yeah. So I think I'm going to try to do one more yellow layer. And then I'm going to try to green glaze the legs. I'm going to try to use this green, but really watered down to maybe knock that down a little bit from the different color. I might be able to get a little bit more white around the eye, but that's probably what I'm going to do for the night. Yeah. Well, I do have the other one that's with the blindfolded dude. So I'll have to do this on a smaller scale with that one. And I think I have... Doesn't Dominion have one or two? So I'll have that. So... But when you think about, I don't have the actual claws done, or the beak done, or any of the other parts of this model. Yeah, there's a bit more to go. But it's okay. Because this is one of the 3 centerpiece models in this box, and I might as well enjoy painting them, right? Alright, I was using light green. Alright. That's a good use of a dreadnought. I mean, I realized for a long while I was painting a lot of greens. But I'm trying to get more vibrant now. So the dots are still you can still kind of see them on the leg, but that definitely has blended them in a little bit. They're still wet, so they're shiny, but they're still there, but it's less noticeable than it was. So yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go crazy now. And I'm actually going to dry brush the beak. Since I have the dark gray and the light gray on the palette. And I'm gonna go pretty bright on the dry brush. And then I'm gonna hit it with the Grim Black speed paint because I want it to be shinier. Very targeted dry brush. I don't want to get it on any of the things that I've already painted today. Okay, that's the dark gray. Now for some light gray. Okay. And now for the Grim Black. Remember at the beginning when I had a pretty much open wet palette? Yeah. Not anymore. Yeah, it ended up having 12 colors. I chose 7 colors at the beginning of the stream, and I ended up putting 12 colors on it. Yep. Alright. So once the Grim Black dries, there should be a little bit of lining, you know, some stripage going with the dark and light gray underneath. You can just barely see it right now, but there should be a little bit that shows through, so it's not actually just pure black. But just about 3 hours of work on him so far. Fit. There we go. I can't get the green quite as vibrant. I could try a green shade, but I don't know if it'll be the right green. Because I do have this Golia green shade, but I don't know what it would actually do to that green. Do I try it on the underside, maybe? What do you think? I could do it right down here. And if I don't like it, it's hidden. I think I'm gonna do that. Sometimes it's better to just call it quits and walk away, but we're here to find out. So let's find out. I mean, this is like a bluish green, so I don't know if it'll actually do the change that I'm looking for to get to that. But I won't know until I try. It doesn't really add any vibrancy. It just gives it a wash. I don't think it looks bad, though. I'm going to do the underside that way. That way, at least it's all consistent underneath. And then I am going to actually walk away from it for the rest of the night, because it's been about 3 hours, and when I start doing this on something that I already have painted, I'd rather just hit it next day and feel better about it. Give all of the paints time to dry and get to the colors that they're going to actually be. But I do think I can get 2 streams in tomorrow, so there will be an earlier one and a later one, and if that's the case, I should be able to get this model painted tomorrow, which would be cool. Or at least give me another day of testing and stuff that I can do, because Saturday is the big day of clan rats. The thing that I've learned the most is this last 2 weeks is how much you can actually get done doing 3 to 6 hours a day. Like, if you just sit down and work on stuff for 3 hours, you get a lot of stuff done. Thank you. And I hope you do get to catch up and do some modeling. Yeah, like, I don't know if I'll do that green shade over everything from here down. Like, I don't want to do the green shade on the yellow, but the green shade could go over everything else, the blues and the greens. I'll have to see how the underside turns out once it's dry. If it doesn't do much difference, it might be worth doing. Like, I do like how it's looking right now, but it's not dry, so I can't really use that as a reference yet. But yeah, so I think I'll try to do 2 tomorrow. And yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it with that. My Carolina parakeet Griff Charger. I'll still have to work on the eyes and around that area and figure out the washes, but as far as a reference photo goes, and just having the fun to have the colors, I think this is a pretty nice place. So, this green is a little bit more vibrant than showing up on the screen. I'll take a picture and post it in the Discord. You can see what I mean. Still need a little bit of work around the eye. And the eye. But, yeah. I hope everyone had a great night. I'll see you tomorrow, and until the next time, I hope you find your bit of bliss.